Hi, Sunglows. Welcome back. Today's topic is about trauma and stress dump culture. Trauma and stress dump refers to growing pattern, especially online, where people frequently share very intense personal trauma, stress, or emotional struggles with others in a very negative way, unfiltered way. Raw, blunt, dismissive, chaotic. This often happens quickly without considering whether the listener is prepared or emotionally available, possibly even close enough relationship to handle that level of information. It's kind of like when you see people on TikTok share like their stories, there's nothing wrong with sharing a word of light, encouraging people, sharing your story, but it's a lot of trauma dumping, which can be very misleading and destructive because a lot of people struggle with their mental health and they're not even aware of it. So they use what they have, their social media platform, for instance, and they just throw a tantrum, blow things out of proportion, or even create unnecessary tension when there's no need. I'm not saying people can be honest and share their stories, but there's a certain way to do it. There's a certain way to do things so you won't look like you're insane in a way. I'm really trying my best to use the appropriate words, but there are people online that have experienced things and they don't seek the proper help that they need, but they use social media as a way or tool to express themselves, especially when mass majority of people, they don't know you, they don't care about you, you don't really mean anything to them. And then is where there's this clash because you're being mocked for your stupidity. In some cases, you're being mocked for your pain. There are people online, they share their stories, they shed light on the importance of self respect, healing, how they have evolved out of a traumatic situation, sharing things about healthy relationship dynamics, what to avoid, what to look out for. Those things are important. But like I said, it's a certain way to come about it. Like there's this divide amongst good people and bad people. But morally, we're all good and we're all bad. It's the way we express ourselves, it's the way we intervene with life. Life is like a passage. You're walking, going through a path, and you have to decide where you want to go and what it takes to get there. There's this divide between unhealthy men, unhealthy women versus healthy men and healthy women. In some cases, unhealthy women versus healthy women, unhealthy men versus healthy men, or unhealthy men versus healthy women. Like it goes both ways, all different ways. It can include oversharing in conversations, posting heavy emotional content on social media, or unloading stress onto friends, strangers without checking in first. In simple terms, it's when someone dumps their trauma or stress onto others instead of sharing in a balanced, thoughtful, and healthy way. And I always do appreciate the people who share heavy things. They're confident in themselves, they're mentally balanced, they're emotionally balanced, they don't look sick, they don't look depressed. And that is a healthy sign. that they're they have healed and they're still healing, and they're at a comfortable place to share. Key points to consider: people share very heavy and personal experiences without warning. The listener may feel overwhelmed, responsible, or unsure how to help. It can strain friendships, family relationships, fan relationships, public relationships. It can create emotional burnout and lead to misunderstandings. Dumping feels different from healthy venting because it lacks boundaries, timing, and mutual consent. This pattern often comes from people not having enough support or not knowing how to manage their emotions safely. Healthy sharing versus dumping. Healthy sharing is, do you have the space to talk? Ask yourself this question: I've had a hard day. How can I create a safe place for my viewers and listeners? Versus dumping will be immediately unloading intense trauma, crashing out, or stress, creating a stressful environment for people without checking in first. This conversation can be very difficult because we all go through these moments, but it's really about accountability and self respect and also dignity. Give yourself grace, but always remember that there's a time and place for everything. And if something is affecting you, take the proper measurable actions. Because social media is not always kind. Social media is not always the best place. But if you really, really need help, seek the right support. There's always help available. The scripture of today, Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This encourages turning to God when life feels too heavy to carry alone. Have a beautiful day and take care.